Welcome to Syntix Academy. Today we will explore how to make the most of the Elements feature in CDance 2.0 and walk you through the entire process of creating a cinematic scene from scratch, from preparing each element to the final video generation. Before we begin, you need to decide on a video concept and understand which key elements you want to see in the final result. As an example, I will create a sci-fi scene where a fox pilot lands on a dead volcanic planet, activates a device on his watch, and the planet transforms into a blooming green world right before our eyes. For this scene, I decided to use 5 elements: the character himself, a fox in a flight suit, his spacecraft, the planet in its original volcanic state, the same planet in its transformed state, and a user interface screen that will appear on the fox's watch. We start by preparing prompts for our elements. In order for CDance to accurately transfer each object into the video, you need to create a special reference sheet for them. A reference sheet of any object is a collage where the same element is shown from different angles on a white background. This reference sheet helps the model consistently preserve the element's appearance throughout the entire video. We will be creating reference sheets in Nano Banana, but first we need to compose prompts for them. So we go to the Text section, and in the right menu select Claude and set the version to Opus 4.6. First, we send a request with an example of the prompt format for a reference sheet, so the model understands what structure and style we expect from it. You can find this prompt via the link in the description of this tutorial. Now we ask Claude one by one to compose a prompt for each element, describing them in as much detail as we need. But remember, for a high-quality video, you need to use well-crafted references. We start with the character reference sheet, the fox. We describe that we need a realistic CGI character with real fur and lifelike eyes, in a worn flight suit and with large square watch on his wrist. Claude composes a detailed prompt in the specified format. Next, the spacecraft reference sheet. Here we also describe the ship's appearance as precisely as we want. Then we describe the volcanic planet reference sheet, and after that, we create a reference sheet for the transformed planet with a green surface. And the last element, which I decided to add to make the task more challenging, this is the interface screen that will appear on the fox's watch. Here we ask Claude to compose a prompt not as a reference sheet, but as a screenshot. A square screen filling the entire frame with the desired color, text, and button. Once we are done with the elements, we need to prepare a prompt for the actual video generation. For this, we use a ready-made template, which you can find via the same link. We paste the template into the same chat with Claude. In the designated place at the beginning of the template, you need to insert the description of our scene. In it, you need to describe each key action as specifically as possible. For example, not "the fox looks around the planet," but "the fox turns his head left, then right." For greater control, you can add cut inserts to create a new shot wherever you need. Describing the concept yourself following these rules can be somewhat challenging, so feel free to use AI to help with the detailed description of your idea. That is exactly what I did. Important point. In order for Claude to correctly use our elements in the final prompt, in the scene description next to the first mention of each reference, you need to insert its tag. For example, at image 1 or at image 2, as shown in the example. This way, the AI will understand that this particular object is an element that will be attached in CDance. We send it. As a result, we get a ready-made prompt for CDance with proper time-based breakdown, camera descriptions, and technical requirements. Now we go to the Design section and select Nano Banana. Here, I have already generated all 5 elements using the prompts we composed. Each reference sheet shows the same element from different angles, with 100% consistency between them. The fox looks absolutely identical across all 5 images, The ship retains every detail from each side, and both versions of the planet are realistic both from space and from the surface. As for the watch screen, here I asked the AI to compose a prompt where it is necessary to upload additional material in the form of a logo, so the model would also depict it on the watch. It is important to note that the process of creating references is always unpredictable. You may need to slightly change some detail in the prompt, and that is completely normal. I did the same. The main thing is to achieve a satisfactory result for each element. When all the elements are ready, we move on to the final stage. In the main menu, go to the video section and on the right side select the C-Dance model. Let's configure the generation parameters. In the second window, select the current model version, 2.0. Next, set the quality and choose Pro mode for the best result. Below, set the aspect ratio to 16:9 for a horizontal video and set the duration to 15 seconds. Now, paste the ready-made prompt that Claude composed earlier. After that, attach all the created references in the order in which they are described in the prompt. And one more important point. After adding the references, you need to manually insert each tag in the corresponding places in the prompt. The main thing is to link each tag to its description at the very beginning of the prompt, while linking tags in other places is optional. When everything is ready, click Generate. After a few minutes, we get the finished video where the model precisely follows the written script. Thanks to the added elements, each object throughout the entire video accurately preserves its appearance. Pay special attention to the moment with the watch. The interface screen is seamlessly integrated into the watch without any distortions or artifacts. In this way, in just about 10 minutes, you can create a full cinematic scene and fill it with your own characters, locations, and objects. The key is to approach the creation of each reference with quality and to carefully think through and write the video concept. Ready to move from theory to practice? For new users, we have prepared a 15% discount with the promo code on the screen. The promo code is valid for 24 hours, so don't delay and start applying your knowledge today. More lessons are available at the link. Go ahead and continue learning.